All right. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Thank you all so much for taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule to be here today. My name is Erica Marois. I'm the Senior Manager of Content and Community here at HDI. And if you are going to be joining us at Support World Live for the first time, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the HDI community. And we're so excited that you're here. Today, we really just wanted to take a few minutes to set the stage for you. So, first off, welcome, like I said, to the HDI community. Please feel free to drop in the chat and let us know what your role is and where you're based. I'm going to take a few minutes today to share what you need to know before you go. So all of the logistical details, like where to go when you check in, where everything is going to take place. And I also want to highlight some agenda items that I think you'll want to add to your calendar. I'm also here to answer any questions that you might have, and I do not claim to have all the answers. So if you ask a question that I don't know the answer to, I will take it back to my team and follow up to make sure that you have answers. But my favorite part of today's call is that when I'm done with my little spiel, I'm going to be breaking you out into small groups so that you can meet other first-time attendees, as well as a couple of our HDI local chapter leaders who have graciously volunteered to serve as facilitators today. Because the idea here is that we want you to come into the event knowing a few friendly faces and feeling like you're ready to go and make the most of the week. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and dive right into a few things that you'll want to know before you go. So our venue this year is the MGM Grand. Everything we do is going to take place there, which is really nice. I was just chatting with Vicky, one of our local chapter leaders, and she said, bring comfortable shoes because you will get your steps in, and that is true. But the nice thing about this venue is that everything is pretty self-contained. So all of our sessions, our meals, our keynotes, the expo floor is going to be on the third floor of the convention space. If you are staying at the hotel at MGM Grand, it is connected to this convention space. There's a little bit of a walk, so you'll walk through the casino. But once you get to the convention space, everything is right there and easily accessible. The only thing that won't take place on that third floor is our conference party that I'm going to share more about here in a bit. That's going to be at the pool, which should be great because it looks like we're in for some really good weather. Looks like mid 90s and sunny every single day. So really quick event at a glance, we're actually kicking off with pre-conference workshops and trainings on Sunday, May the 18th. If you did not sign up for pre-conference training, it's not too late, but I think this week is the last week to upgrade your pass. So if that's something you're interested in, take a look at what we're offering and reach out to the Reg team if you'd like to add that to your pass. Most of us probably have a main conference pass, and if that's you, then this is what you need to know. Our opening kickoff will start at 3:45 on Tuesday, May the 20th. Another couple important dates to keep in mind, our award ceremony is going to happen on Wednesday morning at 8:30 a.m. And then our conference party, which is always legendary, will be at 7 o'clock on the evening of Wednesday the 22nd. Everything wraps up at 5 o'clock on Thursday. So whether you're staying in Vegas for a long Memorial Day weekend or headed home to kick off summer, that's when everything will conclude. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, where do I go when I get there? Because that's always me when I'm going to a conference. So you're going to check in and pick up your conference badge. We're going to have a little goodie bag for you, all sorts of stuff on level 3 of that convention space. As soon as you get up to level 3, you're going to see a registration desk that looks like this. I've listed the registration desk hours for you here. One thing to note, if you have a main conference pass, then after 1 o'clock on Tuesday is when you can go and pick up your badge. But outside of picking up your badge, we're going to have HDI staff on hand at this desk at the hours that you see here on your screen. So anytime a question comes up, this is where you can go for help. Now, I can't recommend this enough. You're going to get an email next week, so be sure to open that up and keep an eye on it to download the event app. It is incredible. This is one of my favorite things to use at every event. A little insider tip, I like to download the app and then while I'm on the plane on the way there, kind of go through and pick out which sessions I want to attend at the event. It helps you stay organized. You can even enable push notifications so that you get a reminder when a session that you wanted to go to is about to start. It'll tell you what room it's in. It's so great, but you can also find other attendees that way. There's all sorts of search filters. So you can look for folks that maybe have your same job title or in the same industry, maybe same location, so you can do some networking. There's also a property map in there, which is great, and you can check out all of our exhibitors and speakers. Next, I want to highlight some of the cool event experiences and networking opportunities that we've got on tap for this year. So a lot of the networking is really going to take place in our expo hall. Again, it's right there on level 3 of the convention space. We're going to have an opening networking reception right after our first keynote on Tuesday evening. And then on Wednesday from 1 to 3:30, we'll have a nice afternoon break on the expo hall for some networking. And then we'll have another networking reception that's kind of like a pregame for our conference party, if you will, that evening. And then Thursday, you do not want to miss this. Make sure you stick around to the end. Every year we do something called Passport to Prizes. You'll learn more about that when you're on site, but basically you get like a bingo card and you'll go around and visit exhibitors and get stamps. And if you complete one of those, you'll turn it in and be entered into a raffle for some incredible prizes, like really good stuff, guys. And then also, we are going to be raffling off some cash prizes. I just found that out this morning for those that stick around to the end. So make sure to be there. I already called it out, but our networking receptions are going to take place on the expo hall Tuesday evening and Wednesday evening. And then we are kind of known for our parties. We throw a legendary party at HDI conferences. And because this event is right up before Memorial Day, we decided to go with a summer whites theme to usher in the summer season. It is totally optional, but I've seen some pretty cool costumes in the past. So if you want to go all in, you will not be alone. Think about what you might want to pack in your suitcase that fits this theme. Also want to highlight our awards party. We are so excited to celebrate with all of our HDI Global Service and Support Awards finalists, the individuals and teams this year. We've got an incredible list of finalists, and we are going to be revealing the winners live on Wednesday morning. That's how we're going to kick off the morning keynote. So make sure you're there and you get a seat by 8:30 so you can celebrate with those winners. Couple other quick things. We have an attendee lounge that's going to be set up right outside registration, and we added Ask Me Anything sessions this year. It's your chance to sit down in a small, intimate space and ask any questions that are on your mind to some of our leading experts in the HDI community. We've got Ray and Bruno on tap for Wednesday afternoon at 2, Doug Tedder at 3 the same day, and then Rick Mims is going to close us out with our last Ask Me Anything on Thursday. So if you've got pressing questions or you just want to meet and learn from some of the leading minds in the HDI community, make sure that you're there. Two more things to highlight. I'm going to be facilitating a speed networking session in that final session block on Wednesday. So if you are new to HDI or you're coming by yourself, this is another great opportunity for you to meet a bunch of new folks before that conference party. We did this at our fall event last year and it was very well received. It's kind of like speed dating, if you will, but for a professional networking. So every 3 minutes, you're going to get to meet someone new in the room. You're going to walk away with like 10 to 15 new connections. We also got feedback last year from our attendees that you want more real world practical case studies. So you want to learn from what others are doing. Check those out. They're highlighted in the agenda. We've got Chick-fil-A coming, Mayo Clinic, St. Jude, just to name a few. So definitely add those to your agenda. Last new thing I'll highlight, we love to have a little bit of fun at HDI events. And so Wednesday morning, prior to our big awards ceremony, we're going to have mimosas and mingling right outside the keynote space. So grab your breakfast and then 7:45 to 8:30, come grab a mimosa on us, set the tone for a fun day and meet a few new folks. Last thing I want to highlight is our keynotes because we are known for amazing keynotes and we just had final prep calls with all of our speakers this week and they are incredible. I'm excited to sit on these sessions myself. I'm excited for you all to learn from them. Our first one's going to happen again on Tuesday at 3:45 with Mariana Atencio. She's an award-winning journalist and TV host, and she's got a really cool presentation prepared about the power of authenticity. I think this is going to be beneficial for all of us in our personal and professional lives, but for people leaders too, to help your team. And then let's see, Wednesday morning, right after our awards ceremony, we're going to hand it over to Nicholas Badman. He is a futurist, super cool dude. I love his style. He's so engaging. I know we've all heard so much about AI, but he's got a little bit of a different take on it. So totally recommend checking that one out too. And then we're going to wrap things up with Juan on Thursday morning, and he's going to talk about building confidence. Again, I think this is a great session for all of us in our personal and professional lives, but also great for people leaders. So those are some of the big highlights, the things that we are looking forward to doing, seeing, and experiencing at the event. But I would love to know if any of you have any questions. Feel free to drop questions in the chat if you feel more comfortable doing that. If you have questions afterwards, you can email me and I'm glad to be of assistance. But if not, what we're going to do here in a second is get into our breakout rooms. So bear with me while I get those set up. Also want to give our local chapter leaders a quick chance to introduce them to you all. So if you don't mind, Gil, I'll start with you. Just briefly tell us who you are and maybe how many HDI events you've been to.
Yeah, sure. Good morning, all. So Gil Brucken here. I live in Cleveland. I work for the Flynn Group. We're the world's largest restaurant franchise with 3,000 restaurants domestically and more internationally. I'm the director of restaurant support, so service desk, hardware depot, and field service. This is probably my, I don't know, 12th or 13th conference that I've been to. So I look forward to meeting many of you there. So I keep coming back because I keep learning. I've been doing this for 30 years, but I still keep coming back and I keep learning. So
that's
good
awesome.
opportunity.
Absolutely. Leslie, do you mind doing a quick intro?
So I'm Leslie. I am one of the officers with the Rocky Mountain chapter of HDI. We're actually just getting it restarted. It had kind of went dormant after pandemic, and so we're just now restarting it. So we're going to be starting to have meetings very soon. This is my, I think, 6th conference with HDI. I work with Sterling Construction Company. I am the head of support. We do we're the internal IT department for a major heavy civil construction company. So, and I just really enjoy. I learned a lot going to these on how to mentor my staff so they get the most growth that they can.
That's awesome. Thanks, Leslie. Greg, you want to do a quick intro?
Hey guys, yeah, Greg Golding. I'm with a company called Happy Signals. We're an IT experience management platform. And I came to my first HDI event 4 years ago, so just right after COVID. And now I just started up the HDI New York City Metro chapter 4 years later. So it's a big part of, how we do things. We love to go to the conferences. Yeah, a big fan of HDI and excited to meet the folks in my group.
Awesome. And last but not least, Vicky, you want to do a quick intro?
Hello, all. I'm Vicki Rogers. I am the Director of Service Management at Georgia Tech. I've been in higher ed for a gazillion years, and I've been in HCI for a gazillion years. I think it's close to 20 now.
Wow.
But I'm only 25, if anybody asks, okay?
Clearly.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I'm the president of HCI Atlanta. I started the first service desk at the University of West Georgia and looked to HCI to help me because I had no idea what I was doing. And just like Gil, I keep learning every year. I present most of the time now. This year I'm presenting on women in IT. So if you're interested in that, but I shouldn't plug that because I think Erica's presenting at the same time, and I'm kind of mad about that because I want to go to Erica's presentation, not
I want to go to yours.
Right. So anyway, HCI has had a huge influence and help on my career, and I just believe in everything that we do. I also now do social media for the local chapters, and I'm really loving that because that's helped me learn even more. So I did drop my LinkedIn in the chat, so y'all reach out. I'd love to connect with all of you, even if you're not in my group.
That's awesome. And if we have any volunteers to go and record Vicky's session so I can enjoy it later, I'll take it. Just gonna throw that out there.
Same.
All right. Well, yeah, thank you so much, Vicky, Greg, Leslie, Gil, for being here, for all the amazing work that you're doing through HDI local chapters. So excited to see you all in person soon. And with that, I've got all the group breakouts set up.